Hey, what's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen one more time. Thanks for watching another episode of Let's Chat and Jam. This episode, I speak with a dope rapper from Houston, Texas by the name of Rech JYella. This brother is a boss in every sense of the word. Check out this interview we did right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen one more time with another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I'm talking to a brother from Houston, Texas by the name of Rech JYella. Now this brother can rap. He got bars for days. I'm telling you folks, he can make you think with his music. So without further ado, let me bring in Rech JYella. How you doing?
What's up?
How you feeling, man? What's going on? What you been up to?
Man, man, I just been getting it in, man. Putting everything together. Rech Entertainment, man. Taking care of business as usual, man. How you doing? How you living, man?
Well, I'm doing great, interviewing all these different artists, and here you are on the calendar of a list of artists to be interviewed. And I was like, all right, I can't wait to interview Rech JYella because this brother is bad. Yo, you got skills, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for having me, man. It's just so, it's an honor to be on your show, man. I can say that. Man.
It's an honor for you to be on my show because you're a dope artist. Hey, yo, folks, you got to tap into Rech JYella, man. This brother got some lyrical skills like I've never heard. And, for example, he does lyrical gymnastics throughout his music, too.
Oh, man. Yes, sir.
You are CEO of Rech Entertainment. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And can you tell us about Rech Entertainment? Like, when did you decide to create Rech Entertainment?
Rech Entertainment was created 3 years ago, man. And it started off as an idea. I've always worked with, different people and different groups and different rap friends and things like that. And, one day I just decided, I was like, man, I need to, put together my own thing and see where it can go. Now, as far as music and things like that, this has been over many years, and Rech pretty much has always been alive. But as far as like actually making it official, making it a legitimate business was about 3 years ago. And that's when it took off, man. And it's just been growing over time, man. And I'm really excited, and I'm really blessed and fortunate for how it turned out, and how things are going now.
Yeah, I tell you, man, you got 3 of top artists right in that circle. You got yourself, Rech JYella, you have Rech Hybrid, and you have Bullgotti 100.
Oh man, these brothers are one of a kind, you know what I'm saying? These guys right here, man, they came in and just did amazing things, man, and are continuing to doing amazing things, man. I just couldn't be more than happy to have these brothers on the team, man. It's crazy, man. And it's a lot we gotta talk about.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. On a side note, the next time you come back in, you gotta bring Rech Entertainment with you, man.
We gotta get the whole crew in here, man. We got some other cats outside of those two as well that I want to bring in. And we ain't going to talk about them yet, but they coming too.
Well, that sounds good. So when did you know that you had a passion for music?
Oh, man. See, I don't think a lot of people know this, but, I was in the band growing up, man. I always was around music. I played instruments from 2nd grade all the way up until high school. And what really got me into music was I had an older cousin, female cousin, and she used to spit. And this was back in I think I was in 4th grade when I, was around her, and she would spit. She always was rapping, and she wrote poetry, and she used to turn it into rap. One day I was around her, and she was kicking the flow, and she just kind of brought me in and was like, "You want to rap with me?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she picked up a pen and never put it down ever since, man. This was 4th grade, man. And I just ain't stopped then, man. I always been around music, played the percussion, you know what I'm saying? So that was something I always was into growing up, was music, man.
What is your process when you get into the booth? Do you already have the song written, or do you get to the booth, hear the beat, then go on a flow and a vibe from that? What is your process?
My process mainly starts like either in my car or like when I'm out and about or things like that. Cause like I'll just hear a song, any song, I'll hear a song and I'll like pull out my phone and write down like a note. Like I'll have a hook, I'll come up with a hook or something. Or like somebody will send me a beat and as soon as I hear the beat, if I can't write a hook to it, then I next it. But I normally like have a hook already ready to go. And depending on if I'm going to a studio and I'm paying for studio time, I'll have the song already ready to go before I get there to optimize my time. Or but my preferred method is cooking. I always love to cook in the studio, have the beat going and sit down and just cook right then and there. But sometimes you don't have that at your leisure and you got to get it in. But recently I set up my own stuff, so I don't have that issue anymore. But it was times where, you know, I went straight into the studio with songs already ready to go and just blocked it out. My preferred method is when I write my verses, I always put my first verse second, and I'll take my the second verse and I'll turn that into a first verse. So it's like the energy you get when you first hear a song or you first hear a beat, you know, when you like, ooh, like you first hear that beat and you going in, I leave that energy for the second verse so that people will be like, when they get to the second verse, it shocks them. They're like, oh, this is where the song starts. I have a few songs like that. And if you don't listen to the whole song, you might not get to that verse.
So basically, people listen to the whole song so you can get the full idea of what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because a lot of kids nowadays, their attention span is so short. They only listen to like the first 15, 20 seconds of a song. They feel like, oh, that's all I need to hear because it's not going nowhere. Next.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember the days when I used to put the needle on the record and let it go. And then when the first side ended, I would flip it over and listen to side B. That's how I listened to music back in the 80s. I miss that way. I feel bad for the kids, and I definitely feel bad for the artists because now the artists have to give in to what the kids want. And when do kids know what they want?
You got to tell them what they want.
Yeah, you got to give them a story, man.
Yeah, you got to give them. Yeah, you got to give them a story, man.
I'm telling you, folks, you get these artists, they are lazy now. They don't have to work like we used to have to work back in the 80s and the 90s. We have to figure out what to give you. And then we'd have to come up with dance steps to go along with the songs. Now you can have a video with just nothing but girls in the background. You ain't got to do nothing.
I remember when you had to write, like the songs were like 5 minutes long. Like you had to write a 16, like you had to write a hot 16. And if your verse wasn't good, you didn't make the cut. I remember those days where you had to go in, and nowadays you can just get by with an 8, a 12, you know what I'm saying, bar verse. You know, you can just go in there, make a 2-minute song and throw a video out and call it a day. I mean, songs used to be a lot longer. People used to actually listen to music. Now people just get their fix and go. You know, they just hurry up, get the song done. It's a wrap. And we even, like, I feel like we kind of got lazy with it because we kind of like let it happen, you know. It's just what happened with the time span with the internet, and we ain't had an internet, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not saying we didn't have the internet. The internet wasn't your first choice. You actually went outside, went into the streets and went out there, went to spots and actually got outside and had to go, you know, pull up on people to actually get the music. So nowadays it's just so easy to access it. People don't got time to, you know, actually appreciate it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I miss the time where when I was like 12 and my mom would give me $10. Then I would take the $10 and I would go to the record store and I would buy my favorite album. At that time, it was on vinyl. Usually I would buy people like Lisa Nicole Jam, or I would buy Run DMC's music. Like my favorite album was Tougher Than Leather and Raising Hell. Those two favorite albums of mine from Run DMC, yes, they are. I remember those days because I was excited when new music would come out. I would be ready for a new album to drop at the record store. It's not like that anymore. Now the music goes to Spotify. Pre-order your song on Spotify today. Your song. Not everybody's coming out with albums anymore. And if they are, they're EPs, 6 or less. I miss the old days of music, man, of when I could consume music on a record player. That's what I miss.
Yeah, I got a couple of people I know to this day that still put out full songs, like full albums worth of music. I ain't gonna lie, I put out singles. I just drop singles. I do have an EP out, but a lot of the times I'm just dropping singles because that's just the vibe I be on. Now, I will put out a project when I get ready, but I feel like just dropping singles is just like, you know, here you go, here go the music. But I have I have an album worth of singles out, you know, probably 2 albums worth of singles out. That's just how they came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could dig the vibes. Who would you consider your greatest influence?
Oh man, that's tough because like, so are you speaking like musically or just like in life?
I'm talking, you can go both ways. You could talk about in life, and as far as music, you could go there too.
Okay, so let's talk music. My music influence was cats like, of course, I'm from Houston, so I grew up on. I'm always shout out the whole H-Town, you know, Screwed Up Click, and I'm gonna shout out, you know, DJ Screw and all of them because that's what I grew up to. But you know what I'm saying, and Scarface and all them. You know, I'm gonna always say that, you know, we had some heavy hitters like Biggie and Nas, like really influenced my love for the art, you know what I'm saying? And people like Ice Cube and Ludacris and stuff like that. Like a lot of people sleep on Ludacris as being an influencer, but like I feel like he really did things for us as artists, you know what I'm saying? He gave us full projects, he gave us diamond platinum albums and just put us in a good mood, you know what I'm saying, as far as when it came to the art. People like that influenced me growing up, you know what I'm saying? They gave us bodies of work, you know. Of course, you know, I'm gonna shout out Tupac. You know, I wasn't a Pac head like a lot of people, you know, they run the Pac first, but I was more into Biggie, man. I was like Biggie, man. Like even with that whole when it was like the Nas and Jay-Z, I was more Nas than Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? And it's all love to all of those cats, but I always was on the dark side, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's been. But as far as my influence in life, man, it's my family, man, my kids, you know, my wife, you know, the people that's around me, and Rich, you know, Rich is a big influence, man. That's the frequency I'm on, you know what I mean? And it's not about money or nothing. It's just a lifestyle, you know?
Yeah, I could dig the vibes. When you're not in the studio or writing music, what are you doing?
Oh man, when I'm not in the studio or writing music, man, I'm typically thinking of a game plan to get to the next level, man. I'm always rising early, counting hundreds. I might be in the gym. I might be on the road traveling, or I might be at work. You know, I might be anywhere being productive. If I'm not in the studio writing music, and I am being productive in other ways, several other ways, you know what I mean? That rise early, count hundreds, it's more than just talking about money. It's talking about building and growing, doing everything you said you were going to do the day before, accomplishing your goals and just taking things to the next level, leveling up. So that's what I'm doing when I'm not in the booth or rapping. I'm leveling up, man. Rich.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I'm digging the vibes on that too. So speaking of leveling up, I want to go to one of your songs that is on Spotify under your former name, JYella. You could go to Spotify, you could type in JYella, that's JYELLA. There's Rech JYella, RechJYella. But this song I want to talk about is on the JYella Spotify. It's called Text. Can you give us a backstory and how this song came about?
This song right here, man, it's a relatable song, man, because I feel like a lot of people can go through things and relate to this type of topic. It was mainly like, it wasn't a fight or anything, but it's something like a fight in that song. Like you fighting with somebody, and it's like an idea of a situation where you going through this And these are things that's happening and you just ain't got time for it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard the beat, I just immediately had the hook. The hook just came in my head. As soon as I heard the beat, I laid that down on my phone. Then I went to the studio and I just went in and this song came about, man. This song is real, man. It's crazy how, you know, that's just the emotions and the words that came to me when this song came out. So yeah, man, this song is next level.
So folks, this is Rech JYella text. And you can go check this out on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Deezer, Pandora. The list goes on and on. If it's streaming, Rech JYella is in the middle of it. Here we go.
I used to drive a hard top, not a roof down. Ain't no CD playing the Bluetooth on. Jam Weezy and Snoop songs. I can't say this in no text. Where you at, send the address. I'ma pull up in 10 minutes, bro. Then I gotta check. You keep bringing up that
JYella, y'all. Rech JYella.
If it ain't about the money, what you trying to say, bro? I need to know.
Tap in, y'all. Rech JYella. Spotify.
I need a bag, I need a cash, I gotta get that. I'm in a coupe and it came with some options. In a tuxedo, I've been working on my posture for like me.
If you want to go check out the rest of this song, you gotta go to Spotify yourself. Type JYella. JYELLA, y'all. That's how you can find him on Spotify. That's text. Man, that's a dope song, dude. You didn't tell me you were that talented.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I be doing all kind of things, man. That song right there, man, to me, man, I really like that song, man. I got a lot of songs out there that I like, but that's one of my favorite songs for me. And I really don't be liking my music like that. I mean, I love my music. I love the creative process, don't get me wrong, but this is this is a song that I actually put on and listen to, like one of my go-to songs.
Tell us some of your experiences you've had since you've been in the industry.
Oh man, I've experienced a lot, man. Like I did the whole showcase route, you know, where you go out and you do the showcases and you do the little talent shows. I was able to get on Coast to Coast Live and do one of those numbers and open up for all kinds of mainstream artists and things like that. But you know, just the game itself, man, it's a dirty game, man. It's like cutthroat. You know, you get in here, man, and it's pretty much every man for himself. So you got to build around yourself and build yourself up and protect yourself, and then just go to something else, man. Because that's just what it is, man. It's not set up for how you think it is. You're just gonna get in here and get to it. You got to build what you want, and then as you building what you want and you focusing on what you want, then people will start seeing you and start believing in you too. And then that's when you're gonna start seeing some of your growth, because if you just sit around and think they just gonna give it to you, ain't nobody giving you nothing. If anything, they taking from you. A lot of times people can get caught up in giving their energy away and not noticing that they damaging their own self by giving their energy away. Sometimes you got to keep your energy and put your energy into you, and that's when you'll start seeing a lot of your benefits coming in, and you'll start seeing a lot of things happen for you when you start focusing and honing in on what you already doing and building on top of that.
You have a point there. One of the things that really irks me about the entertainment or the labels is that's what happens. They label an artist. But when you own your own stuff and you're on your own time, you're the one that dictates what you sound like. So if you want to sound like 10 different dudes on your album, that's on you. You can do that because you own your own music and you have your own fan base. What I love about certain hip hop artists, especially some independent ones that I've run into, especially brothers from Rech Entertainment, you guys are dope. You guys are also original. You guys have your own sound. It's like I can see why you gravitate towards the artists you guys gravitate towards, because everybody has their own style and everybody sounds good. No one sounds better than anybody else. You're all on equal footing here. And that's what I love about it. Because if you have your own lane, you ain't got no competition with anyone. No one has time because no one wants to be on your street because you're not doing what they do. You're doing your own thing. And that's what called creativity is. Be creative and be inventive and do other things within the genre of hip hop. That's how I think.
That's real, man. And you hit everything on the head with that, man. That's for real.
Do you have any advice for those young ones that are coming up that want to do what you're doing?
All I could say is, man, start saving some money, man, because this shit is expensive. You know, if you want to be a rapper, it's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? You want to ride around in different cars and you want to look like you got money and you want to, you know, have a certain image. It ain't cheap, man. You know what I'm saying? The lifestyle ain't cheap. And I just say, you know, start where you at and own where you at. When I say start where you at and own where you at, perfect where you at right now before you try to level up. You know, own where you at, and then you baby steps up. Because if you trying to jump right in, you gonna drown, especially if you ain't got no swimming gear on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely want to be prepared for those sharks in the water. Another thing I want to give advice to some of the artists that are coming up. Make sure that you do not leave money on the table.
Facts.
Make sure that you protect yourself at all costs. So when you get to the table, when you leave, you take your money with you. That's how you want to work in the industry.
Yes.
You want to make sure that everybody knows where they stand. So when you leave that studio, make sure you have split sheets. And this is for every hip hop artist that's out there right now. Make sure you have split sheets that you fill out at the end of the session. So this way, no artist that was there that night has a discrepancy of who's getting what and who did what on the song, because it was all figured out before you left the studio that night. That's how you end the night at the session at the studio, is with split sheets, period. Do you have any burning desires?
So pretty much, man, my burning desires, man, is I just want to be able to help people, man. I just want to be able to help people get to where they need to go into that and get into their level of success. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. We're rising up and we're helping people too while we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about us. It's about helping those. I want to be able to be a benefit to people.
If that's not a burning desire, I don't know what is. What you're doing right now is really helping out the folks, because you put together a team, man, a really solid team of artists that are so dope in what they do that you guys come together as a collective and you have something on your mind that to me is on the same level. You guys all want to be successful. And how do you be successful? By giving people the best product possible. This is what I got to say about you guys at Rech Entertainment. Is all your music is quality music. I haven't heard any bad stuff come out of you. Not at all. Everything you come out is dope. Already ready, polished gems, ready to go. I'm telling you, folks, you got to go tap into Rech Entertainment, man. I'm talking about Rech JYella, Rech Hybrid, Bullgotti 100.
We got some guys that ain't got Rich on their name yet, but they ain't on the making yet. They coming though.
Okay. Well, if you ain't got a Rech on, it means you got work to do. And you got
work to do.
Yeah, you got work.
You got work to do. Yeah,
man. I just want to speak to America. America, it is I, MC Andrew Love. This is Let's Chat and Jam. And this brother right here is Rech JYella out of Houston, Texas. This brother has been in the business for quite some time. He's been doing this for a long time, and he's doing it well. This brother has worked hard to get to where he's at right now, and he really deserves your plays. So why don't you go over there to Spotify, go to Loom.fm, tap into Rech JYella, but tap into the whole Rech Entertainment squad, because they got music for you. And I tell you something, folks, if you're looking for a certain type of sound, Rech JYella got you. So if you're looking for a sound, like a song that reminds you of your loved one, and you just want to sing to her, yeah, Rech JYella has you. If you're looking for a song that, because you're just like gangster type and you just want to feel brolic right now today, Rech JYella got you. And if you're looking for a song that's political, because you want to feel good about yourself and you want to stand up to this tyranny of oppression, Rech JYella has you. So what I'm saying to you folks is, no matter what type of song that you want to listen to, Rech JYella's got you.
That's right.
So tap in, man. Tap in. Stop sleeping
Tap
on Rech
in.
JYella. And I'm talking to the industry now. Stop sleeping. Stop sleeping on Rech Hybrid. Stop sleeping on Bullgotti 100. These brothers are on the move, and they're going to come, and they're coming to take their spot, and they're not looking back, and they're not taking no prisoners, and they're not making no excuses. It is what it is. They coming. Be ready. Boom.
Rich.
Yeah, so now that you've been here for the first time, you are now part of the Let's Chat and Jam fam, which means that you don't have to wait for me to hit you up. You can always DM me and say, yo, Drew, I got something to say. Can you put me on the calendar? I pull my calendar out. I look at it and say, you got it, bro. You on the calendar. It's just that simple to come back out here and promote your stuff.
I just wanted to say, man, I appreciate you, man, for real. And you did a lot for us, man. That the whole hashtag system for hybrid. I appreciate that, man.
Oh man, you're welcome, bro. You guys are an amazing set of people. I love what you guys do. I love your style. I love your delivery skills. You guys are very professional with it. You guys really give the fans a story. You guys have mastered the art of storytelling in your music. And I appreciate that. As a fan of hip hop, as a fan of rap, because I've been a rap fan since I was a baby, I got to say thank you, man. As a fan, I must say thank you for giving me the quality product that I've always looked for in a song. If you can get into my soul and tap in there and make me think some type of way, yeah, you did your job. If you could penetrate my ears and make me forget about my problems and think about what's going on in your world during that song, yeah, you did your job. And I tell you something, Rech JYella, I appreciate Rech Entertainment as a fan, and you have done your job because I listen to your music. I got to press play again. I put you on repeat. I'll make a playlist just out of Rech Entertainment because it's dope music, man. Dope music.
And I appreciate that.
Yes, man. So keep making music, man. Never quit. Never stop what you're doing, man, because you're really good at what you do. And I appreciate all of it. And and that song means that the time ran out. And anytime I get on a roll, that's just what happens. But I appreciate everybody, and I definitely appreciate you. So stay safe out there in Houston, Texas. Please, whatever you do. And everybody else, y'all stay safe. Wear a mask, wash your hands, social distance, and peace out. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Also, like and share the content, as well as hit the notification icon so you don't miss any A Conversation with series right here on Let's Chat and Jam.